tags up to roaches, his economy will be pretty badly damaged as he has to get an extractor very early and the roach baron. Then you can transition into fast expanding with a forge or stalker, depending on what your opponent does exactly. So you should probably place the gateways in front of your natural, like on Steps of War or Lost Temple, so you can start walling with your gates already and then putting cannons behind. Or you could do maybe double gate very fast stalker, because Zerg doesn't really have anything to deal with stalkers until he gets speedlings. But there are probably a lot more options I haven't really discovered yet.
Well, you know, we're still in beta, right?
Yeah, still a lot of stuff to figure out.
Alright, for people who are listening... Oh, we got one last one. We got one last question, alright. What do you think the optimal scout timing is as a Terran versus a random player?
I believe as Terran you don't have to scout too early. So I would say when you place your first refinery at 13 supply or 12 supply, depending on what you do, you can send out a scout and still be okay.
Okay, I got one last question for you too. Sorry, I'm sorry I'm keeping it so long.
No problem.
What do you think of the debate between 9-pool or overpool extractor trick openers for Zerg?
I haven't really catch on the debate yet. So it's 9-pool or 12-pool with extractor tricks, or what exactly?
Yeah, the debate over what's the best economically and what saves the most larvae is either 9-pool or 9 overlord, and then 9 overlord versus a 12 overlord extractor trick type build.
I am a big fan of the 12 pool Sunny Overlord build, but as I said, the CVC isn't really my favorite matchup, so I'm not really an expert on what is best. I feel like the 12 pool is pretty cool because you are safe against any kind of cheese, and you can still put a lot of pressure on a Zerg who is fast expanding or doing a 15 pool. And your economy isn't as crippled as with a 9 pool or something.
And we got another question here. Who do you think is the best Protoss, Zerg, and Terran players? If you could name a couple off the top of your head that you're big fans of.
Yeah, it's hard to choose just a few, but I guess I should say Vitra, because then I have an excuse to always lose to him. But Nazgul obviously is very good as well, and I don't know, C-Rex is a pretty strong Protoss gamer as well. Dimaga is one of the best Zerg. Alongside with Mardo, I would say, he's really underrated right now. He has an incredibly strong macro, and I had a lot of games where I had a really hard time against him. And the best Terran players are Jinro, Luciferon, and the Muslimite, I'd say.
Okay.
I mean, just talking about US and Europe.
You got any opinions on some of the Team EG guys, like when you guys played in the grudge match, like, you know, In Control or Machine or Inca or?
Yeah, I feel like Europe is a little bit ahead of the US players right now, but I haven't had the chance to play too many games with US players.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mean it insulting, but it seems like in Europe we have a bigger base of top players. So we have like 30 really good guys, and the US definitely has players who are just as strong as this 30 player pool. But I feel like the top player pool in America isn't as big as in Europe yet.
That's a fair assessment, I'd have to say. My guess is that there wasn't as many U.S. Brood War players as there were European. I'd probably say that Starcraft in general was just bigger in Europe than it was in the U.S. So that would make sense.
Yeah, that's probably. It's mostly about how big the gamer and player community is in a country that pretty much defines how good the top players are, I believe.
All right. Do you favor Hydra or White Raw in the HDH?
I believe Vitra will have a pretty hard time because his Zerg versus Protoss versus Zerg isn't his strongest matchup, but I'm definitely rooting for Vitra because I'm actually quite a fan of him. He was my Protoss idol in Starcraft 1, and so I obviously want him to win.
Oh, how did that feel when you playing and going toe to toe with your idol and actually going 3-2 against him, or going 2-3 against him?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because in Starcraft 1